Hi, friends. Welcome. Are we ready to work on some Pokemon? Let me make sure I can hear my mic. Okay, perfect. How's everyone doing? Oh, I turn my ring light on too, so it's not so dark. Happy Thursday. Have to steal this plug. I swear I never have enough wall outlet plugs. Woo! Oh, no, don't be doing that. Okay, it was flickering. Hopefully it's not anymore. All right, how's everybody doing? Every time I go work in my other chair, I feel like I'm sitting so low in this one. Hello, welcome everybody. I am Megan, and I'm doing the 100 Pokemon challenge, and that's just 100 Pokemon that people have requested, and I keep track of it. And if more people tell me the same Pokemon, it moves higher up on the list. So we've made a lot. I say a lot. We've made 7 out of the 100. I have made more Pokemon than that, but for this specific challenge, I've been keeping track, and we've made 7. Hello, Cheese It. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for chatting. So yeah, we've made. Let's see if I can remember them all. Sylveon, Umbreon, Charizard. Mega Gengar, so Gengar. It's like really popular ones. Oh, Tandem Mouse or Mousehold and Pikachu. So that's what we got so far. And today we're gonna be working on Lucario. Got my devices set up here so I can see. And I've made Lucario before, back in like 2013, 2014. But I always made it as like a short hat, and I hand sewed on the black like detailing. So I finally stopped, and it was like one of my best sellers, but I just could not, with the hand sewing, it was not feasible for my time. And I was in like high school at the time. So I stopped making it. I probably haven't made one since 2015, I want to say, maybe 2016. So we're making it today, and it will be getting one of our special first edition tags, because this is the first one of the long hat form that I've ever made. So this is what it looks like. It's got the little first edition stamp, and as of right now, you can still get the Mega Gengar is on my website, and the Charizard is on my website with the first edition stamp tag in it. So it only gets these tags if I've never made it before in that style of hat. So I made a Pikachu short hat. I'd never made one before, but that was a customer that ordered from me, so they got that one. But yeah, if there's one that you all are interested in too, comment below. I'll add it to my list. I have a spreadsheet. I know someone has recommended Scyther, and they told me when I make a Scyther to message them and they will buy it. But I cannot find the right color green for Scyther, so that's on my list. We've got a nice cup of coffee with Ohana. This is a hot coffee. Don't get me wrong, it is 90 degrees outside. But I enjoy a hot coffee. So I did not do a sketch for this one. I should have. Also, I have 3 dogs, me and my husband. This is Ridley. I'll just introduce him real quick. The other two will fight if I try to give him too much attention. But yes, this is Riddle Piddle. We were just talking about actually shaving him, like not bald, of course, but he's Border Collie Cocker Spaniel, and then where it's getting so hot outside, I'd like to get a little bit of his fur off of him. Okay, say bye-bye. All done. Get down. Talking to him like the baby. Okay, say bye-bye. All right, so let's get right into it. I'm so sorry. I will try not to clear my throat a whole lot, but I'm finally getting over like a sickness, and it really was just like snotty, sneezy type thing. So like, do they call that upper respiratory, I think? And I'm finally getting over it. But the coffee, of course, does not help, and it's like getting me all phlegmy. Gross. But yeah, I did not do a sketch for this one because I had my old picture to go off of. But I changed some things. We're going to try some different things. And I added some things because it is a longer hat. We are going to do, so this is like the long piece. We are going to do his little paws. Look how cute. So at the bottom down here, it's going to have his little like zigzag stripe. It's not a stripe. His little cuff paw, basically. I do this for like the evolutions. Sylveon and Glaceon have this, and Leafeon. And so I like adding it, making it a little bit different. I think it's cute. So it will get this, and I can go ahead and just pin this in place. And then, let's see, what else did I change? I changed his stripes because we are going to try to make it where I machine sew it, of course, because I am not going to be hand sewing this whole thing. There might still be a little bit of hand sewing, but we want least amount as possible. I feel like when you first start out with a hobby that you're trying to turn into like a job or, you know, get paid for, if you're trying to sell your work, you kind of have to start out with your prices lower, because if you paid yourself what you like, even minimum wage, but it takes you so much time and you paid yourself per hour, your quality of work might not be up to that. So you might not be able to pay yourself minimum wage. Tia just sent me a photo. Is it of me? Is it of me live? No. Okay. Oh my goodness. So when I was making the Lucario hat in like high school and I was hand sewing it, I definitely was not, and my prices were cheaper then too. Of course, because of my experience not being as much with sewing, but also inflation has upped my prices. So I'm glad that we can revisit this, and it's gonna be, Lucario specifically will be priced as like my other hats, but I'm going to improve the way that it looks, hopefully. Because I was looking at the picture of the one that's in the thumbnail, and I'm like, oh, he looked goofy. He's so goofy looking. Because Lucario's eyes are like a little more slanted, and like in the picture, they're just straight. So let's see. Got those pinned, and then we have the ears. So the ears, for some reason, I had them come to like a point at the bottom too, But that would, of course, just get clipped off. So the only thing that that would really add is more for me to sew, and it would add a little bit for me to hold on to, but honestly, just having a little edge for me to hold and like sew in is fine. So I did clip that off. And then he's got these little like tufts in his ear. And I'm gonna double check the placement on this, but I'm pretty sure that that is good. I should have put a little photo on like where my little picture is on my live, but that's fine. I change it so many times, like because I do different Pokemon, that I don't know if it's really worth it to change it every single time. Okay, this is a good picture of this side. Yeah. And I feel like this is the color that I used when I first made him, this like dark royal blue, or this royal blue color, I guess. And I could try to find a lighter blue, but I think that this still is the best with what I have right now. Plus, I don't use royal blue a lot. Right now, I only use it for Greninja. So it would be nice to have this color be used more than for just Greninja. So here's our little ears. Oops. With the little black center. And then we have, if you're, these little sacks. I don't know. I mean, I know they're supposed to, I think they're supposed to like resemble dreads. I don't know if that's 100% true, but that's always what I've pictured them as. But they go on the sides. And I remember stuffing these, and it was such a pain because it's like a little opening, but I wanted to stuff them good. And I remember taking all this to school and stuffing them and hand sewing all this black on. It's crazy the memories that I have with this hat. It has so many memories. And then we have our stripes. I feel like I'm lagging a little bit. At least on there. But I can't really do anything about it. The plan is to, let's see, what is the plan? I want to sew on this black stripe. And it's going to come like here. And then around the base and then around like the back of it. And I might have, I pre-cut the blue out before I cut the black, and I shouldn't have done that because I wouldn't have cut it this deep, I think. I guess what I can do though is we could sew this on and then we can like take it in. And I think that that would be fine. But I think for my next one, see how far I slit this down. It doesn't really need to be that far. This is if I was going to put like ears, if it had like Splatoon hats, the ears go that far down. This doesn't really need it that far. This slit is just enough so that it curves over like this. Okay, so this goes here. And now I just kind of have to figure out where I want this in the back to land. If I want it up a little higher, or if I want it kind of going towards the bottom. I think we're just going to have to do it and try it since I don't know exactly. I don't have anything to gauge it on, so we will just do it. I think I am gonna go all the way down to the bottom. This here, and then I'm gonna try to do it like that. Do you see these silly boy and girl? And then we take the other side of the hat and we are going to line it up so when they are together, they will be even. It's kind of hard to lay this one out on here. I don't have enough room. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. Ha. So Joey and I were able to get Pokemon Center. We were able to get the Pitch Black Pokemon Center ETBs last month, I think it was. And I just got a notification that those will shipped. And they will be in Friday. And then yesterday, actually, we were able to get the 30th collection ETBs. And I didn't think that I was going to be able to get the sticker collection stuff because the computer, I think it was my computer, I think also it was Pokemon Center, was being so slow. And it was nerve-wracking and infuriating. Can't even speak. So I think I got the ETBs at like 11:30 maybe, and the sticker collection thing I did not get until like 4. And that was because I did it on my phone, because even when I got through on the computer it said that there was some kind of problem, so I didn't know if it was because I already had bought stuff on the computer, and so it was thinking that I was like a bot trying to buy a bunch of stuff. So I just went ahead and tried on my phone. So here's my worry about this though, is when I go and sew it together, is it going to come to a weird point? I don't know. We'll find out. The good thing is I have this black strip that's gonna go like down the middle. So if they don't match up exactly, this is fine. This will like cover it up, as long as one's not going one way and one's going the other. You know, as long as it looks decent. And then, of course, we'll see how this curved part does. So yes, we're really excited to open Pitch Black probably tomorrow, hopefully. And we're going to a card show. There's one close by that they have one at least every month. And we didn't think that we were going to get anything in time. I lost my train of thought. We thought Pitch Black would like ship out on Friday. We weren't sure if it was gonna be in by the release date. But since it is, technically we should have some stuff and we can take our hits with us to the card show. What I'm thinking, there's only a couple cards that I really, really like from Pitch Black. And what I'm hoping is maybe I can trade some of the hits, if we get any, towards cards to finish my like mega evolutions. But I'm gonna try very hard at the card show not to spend any money. I really only want to go for this one to like trade and just to see, and of course to get us out of the house for a little bit since it's not too far. But we gotta save some money. We went last weekend to visit our friend Bethany. She was selling at Fanboy Knoxville in Tennessee, and of course we spent money there. And then not the weekend before, but the weekend before that, I think we were visiting Joey's family, so we were eating and helping pay for dinner with them. So I gotta cut back my spending, or I gotta make more money. What are you making? We are making Lucario. It's gonna be a long Lucario hat with pockets at the bottom for hands. We are making 100 Pokemon I have 100 Pokemon challenge, and this is one of them that we're making. But yeah, I gotta cut back on my spending, or I gotta make a lot more money. And I was hoping, I don't know if you guys saw, we have a 3D printer. Oh, nice, thank you. I like your name, Echo. I like it. We got a 3D printer, and so we've been printing some things for fun, but I, of course, have to turn everything in to a money-making thing. I can't just have a hobby. I guess the only real like hobby I have is reading, that I don't try to make money off of. And so I'm like, okay, well, I want to 3D print these little frames that you can put your Pokemon cards in, that has like, you can cut it out of the Pokemon card, put it in the frame, and you have the artwork, so that you can admire the artwork from like the common cards that you have a whole bunch of. And I thought that it would really like take off, and it hasn't yet. I think that they will still sell good, but I think it's going to take a little bit to get traction, and I think it might do better at conventions. But I made it so that people could buy like a bulk of them, so a set of 6 just little frames. I can show you guys. I don't know why I'm acting like I can't show you. But I think they're so cute. And I think that there might also be some confusion because I already have like cards in them in the videos that I'm making. So I think people might think I'm selling this with the card, which I can, but I'm making it so that you can buy this set of like 6 different colors and then you put your own cards in there. And this one is my favorite. I'm not even like, Esper is cute, but like with this purple, this artwork with this purple card, or yeah, purple frame, how freaking cute is this? And so it has magnet on the back, and then it has plexiglass inside that you can take out, and then you just cut out your Pokemon card and you put your plexiglass, and you can also put it in upside down. So if you want to see the name of the Pokemon, just put it in, and then it goes this way, and it doesn't fall out because I designed it where it's pretty tight, so it's not gonna slide. And now you can see that it says Esper. So I was really hoping these would take off, mostly to help pay for the $600 3D printer. It was like $500, and it was more like $500, I guess. $600, I guess, if you think of all the filament that we have bought. And I've held myself back too from buying more because I was like, oh, we have purple for psychic, green for grass, blue for water, black for dark, red for fire, yellow for electric, and then I'm like, I need orange for fighting, and then gray for steel. And I almost bought those 2 color filaments, but I told myself to wait, see if these actually sell first. So I have the option of a set of 6 for all these different colors, so that you can do your matching to your card or matching your typing. And then I have where you can get a set of just black, so that people can keep their fridge looking sleek. But I think I will also lean into, you can put maybe like Polaroids in this, or pictures or something. But I think these will sell good at conventions. I'll sell them like individually, of course. I think I was going to do like $5. But if you want like a whole set, it's like $20. Because, yeah, I think $20 is a good number. And then you have to pay for shipping, so whatever shipping is to you. But that's my rant for those. Like I said, I thought that they would take off, and I haven't sold any yet. I've had a couple of people ask, like, where did I get the magnet thing? But I don't know if they're asking specifically for that, or if they're asking about like the back that is magnetic, which is just an adhesive black magnet. But it's fine. I still love it. I also want to make some more that are more like broke style frames, if you will, that have the curly cues and the fancy things, and then maybe people would like those better because it won't be so simple. But I haven't worked on a design for that yet. Okay, so here I sewed this on. Go, Ridley. Get down. Thank you. And so I'm thinking I like fold this in And I just want to make sure that this is still going to look okay when I turn it out. Yeah, I think that looks fine. It doesn't line up anymore because I did that. But I think for the next one, I can fix it. So it's got like the blacks. It's not the swoop anymore, but it'll be okay. I should have plugged my phone up. All right, so now we just do that with the others. But we've 3D printed a lot of really cool things. I am enjoying it. I just can't really think about the waste aspect of it, which we haven't wasted a lot of like the poop, as people call it, that comes out the back. We don't have a whole lot of that. And I know that there's things that you can use those for because we don't have the is it AMS, I think, where it automatically will change your colors. We have where we just have to do it manually if we're wanting to change colors. But there is some that prints that have completely like failed, which is going to happen. And that's when I feel really wasteful and feel like I'm hurting the planet. But we haven't just thrown it away. We have it in a box, and we will see if there's some way we can reuse it. One of them that I thought failed, it was a can storage thing. And I actually ended up making it work. It won't fit the size of regular cans, but it will fit the smaller like tomato paste cans. So I just like super glued the two pieces together that were supposed to go together in the end. But yeah. Yeah, so now it holds our small cans instead. And I really want to look at 3D printing little things for Artist Alley, for me personally. But if I find something that is really cool, I of course will share it with others. If I design something, I should say, because there's some that I know you know you can only print for like personal use. And I printed the baby like some fidget toys. And I did the pasta one where you like put the pasta in and then she can like pour it out. But it's actually a little bit more difficult than I thought it would be. So she hasn't played with it in a bit, but I keep it in here when she's hanging out with me while I'm sewing, and we haven't been in here in a little bit. But I might see if I can find one that's a little bit easier to do. Because where they're like spiral noodles, you have to put the spiral exactly right for it to go in the spiral slot. I thought about making Dragonite today because I have made that one, but Joey always makes fun of me because I have it in like this color orange probably, but he's more of like a golden, like this color. So he tells me I need to remake it in this color orange, or in this like golden yellow instead of orange, because it is like a Charizard orange. So that's the plan. But now that I think of it, it's a good thing I didn't do that because I don't think I have any more of that golden yellow. I need to order some more. Speaking of, I need to see if I have yellow bucket hats. Someone ordered. Oh, I do. Okay, good. My yellow Pikmin bucket hats are like sold out, and I wasn't sure if I did that or if they were sold out. I wasn't sure about inventory, but somebody ordered a yellow Drifloon hat, so like a shiny Drifloon bucket hat, and I panicked. But we're fine. We have yellow. We have yellow bucket hats. We're good. Oh, and you know what? I'm not going to try to do it now. I was going to try to ship a hat out early before the mail people came to pick up. But I should have done that before stream and I forgot. But it's fine. I'll get it shipped out in the morning. And it'll be fine. Man, sewing is a discipline. You're doing great. My sister, who has cerebral palsy, is sitting next to me cheering you on. Oh, yay! Thank you. Welcome in, Paladin Sane. Hope I said that right. Thank you. Yes, it is like sewing, especially hand sewing, takes a lot of patience. So I always cheer people on too when they are struggling. I'm like, you got it. Just hang in there. I took the class in high school, like the home ec type class where you do the sewing, and at that time I tried sewing because my grandma did quilting and stuff, but I just could not get the hang of it. And I took the class, and that didn't like throw me back, like that didn't make me sew, but it did help a little bit because I kind of got into it. But a couple of years later, I was the TA for that class, and at that point I had a couple of years of sewing, so it was really fun to be in the class and help the other people that had never sewed in their life before. And one of the girls in class were making like pillows and sewed the pillow to her pant leg because she was sewing on her leg to help hold it. It was great. And I remember my teacher that taught that class, she always were like, if you get a knot in your thread, don't do anything, don't pull it, don't come to me first, let me see if I can get it out. And that is like the biggest things I remember about like beginning sewing, and how to tie a knot in your thread with a needle. I still use that, and that's how I tell other people to this day how to tie a knot in your thread. She said, you take it and you put it between your finger and your thumb, wrap it around your finger and put it back through your finger and your thumb. And she said, roll it off the tip of your finger like a booger. like if you're trying to roll a booger off your finger, and that's what you do. And then I just take my nail and like pull all the knots together that you just made of your booger, and then there you go. And to this day, I use that technique. But yes, I love sewing. I would do it all day if my husband would let me. But he keeps me grounded, and he's like, you have to stop working. And of course, now we have a baby, so it's a little easier. It's a little easier to do. I'm like, I don't want to sew. I gotta take care of the baby. And then some days I'm like, I want to sew. Please, just will you watch the baby? I remember after I had her, I had a C-section. So I wasn't necessarily on bed rest, but you know, I was supposed to be resting. And of course, we had a baby to take care of. So there's not a lot of sewing can be done. But on my phone, while I'm like breastfeeding and taking care of the baby and everything, I'm watching all of these little TikToks and stuff of things that I can make when I can get back to sewing. And I think I took the week off, at least a week off, because we had my husband's sister was in town helping, so that helped me to not be pressured to get back to sewing. But as soon as I could, I was like, I had her strapped to my chest. I had her in one of those little carriers. I was like, all right, let's go. I have to do something. Oh no, it ran off the side. I wasn't paying attention. At that point, I was also I was starting to do the farmers markets in my town. So I was trying to get stuff made for that as well. Which meant making a whole lot of like new little farmers market things and not as much nerdy stuff. So I was excited to do new things with that too. Got our ear. And now we are going to do the other ear. I feel like I have black, and then I probably will switch to blue. I technically could leave black in because it's not going to show up a whole lot. But I always gauge like what I'm going to do next. Like I'm going to do ears, then I'm going to do the hat part, whichever, by what color thread I need to use. So I'm just thinking about how I'm gonna have to go from black to blue, probably back to black when I go to sew on his little head thing. But you know, I also forgot about his eyes are like red with black in the center. So I'm gonna have to switch to red at some point. Let me find those. I don't know what I did with them. Probably buried under here. Oh, here they are. Oh, I forgot I gotta sew these things too. Let's see. And this is the time to decide if I want to change the eyes at all. Like these eyes is kind of more of a curve. But this one's more street. Okay, yeah, I think I want to curve it just a little bit because I don't like how kind of boxy it's looking. That. And then we have to do the same for the other one. And then we can sew the black on the red. Okay, I actually think I might wait on the eyes because I want to make sure I like how big these pupils are, and I want to see it on the hat first. But here's what they look like. This is the same style that I had back on the old ones, but yeah, again, I'm not sure if that's what I want to keep. Whoops. All right, so now we can move on to sewing these hair pieces. When I was talking about Pokemon cards earlier, I know I said something about the sticker collection, right? That I went back like hours later, but that was for the 30th anniversary, which we're super happy about. I don't know if I said it was I know I said we got Pitch Black, and that's coming in tomorrow, but I also was able to get on the Pokemon Center yesterday when they released the 30th collection, and we were able to get 2 ETBs too for that. And I think those come in like November. But we're super happy about that. If all the stuff that they've released, like photos for everything, for the cards, if that's true, it looks amazing. Super excited about it. There is a Lapras card that I need. There's a Lapras tin that I need. I know that they did some of the different artwork. Like they redid the Magikarp one from Paldean Evolved. That is a lot of money. I'm hoping it'll make the price for the Paldean Evolved one go down. What you making? We are making a Lucario hat. Full length, or not full length, but long hat with pockets at the bottom. Welcome in. So I'm hoping that it'll make the Paldean Evolved Magikarp price go down, because I still would like to finish my Paldean Evolved Master Set. That's the one that I was like focusing on, but then Mega Evolutions, when the base set of that dropped, we opened I think like 2 booster boxes and a lot of or an EBT and a booster box. No, we didn't. Yeah, we did an EBT. So we had a bunch of cards. So I was like, I'm gonna master set this. Oh, nice. Lucario is cool. Yes, he's growing on me, I think, because I'm a water trainer. I love water Pokemon, but I do really like Lucario, and I like the color blue, as you can tell. So I'm really starting to like Lucario a lot. And this hat, when I used to make it a whole lot, it always had really good memories. And I think it actually might have been the very first hat that I ever sold on Etsy. Like, it wasn't the very first thing I ever sold on Etsy, but I believe it was the first hat that I ever sold. So I don't know. I'm really starting to. Lucario is moving up on my like favorites list, I think. Especially when it comes to non-water Pokemon, he's pretty high. There is a Lucario card that I really like, and it's not expensive. I don't know why I haven't bought it yet. Same, I also like blue and water Pokemon. Given your name, Shark Facts, I bet you like the ocean. So, are you a Pisces? I'm a Pisces, so that also helps out a lot. Fascinated by water and love water. But yeah, I don't know why I haven't bought the Lucario card yet. I always say, like, I look at it and I'm like, Joey's like, get it. I'm like, no, if I don't buy anything else here, then I'll come get it. But I always find something else. I'm doing a master collection of Lapras right now, because that's my all-time favorite Pokemon. So usually I find some kind of Lapras card that I don't have yet. Which I always think I'm getting to the point where I'm not going to find them, like one I don't have yet in the wild. In the last 2 shows, I did find something. It wasn't even a regular like a real Lapras card. It was one that wasn't fake, but it like came with something else. But it wasn't officially Nintendo license or something like that. It wasn't for the trading card game, I guess I should say. Yeah, my top favorite Pokemon is Lapras. Favorite evolution, Vaporeon. Favorite, though, of the legendary dogs, cats, whatever you want to call them. I think they're dogs. Is Entei, though. But that is because of the movie. Is it the third one? Where he like kind of takes the place of her dad. Lapras is pretty cool. It reminds me of like the Loch Ness Monster or something like that, but it looks cuter. Yeah, see, that's part of the reason that it's my favorite, because the Loch Ness Monster is my favorite cryptid. Even though I really like Mothman, but I think I like the meme of him more, not necessarily I don't know, his story, his lore, I guess I should say, is pretty cool too, though. But I like the Loch Ness Monster. some kind of beeping outside my house. Let's see. I really like Victini for the cute mythical or legendary. I can never remember what they're categorized as specifically. And yes, Ridley, I see you, buddy, but I can't help you. You can't be outside in the heat. It's too much. It's too much. Okay, I gotta lift my arm up. Thank you. So I'm like, what if someone asked me what non-water Pokemon, other than like, no, can't be legendary or whatever. I feel like I would say Lucario. I really like Phanpy too. Phanpy's cute. And Mousehold, of course. Actually, that is Mousehold and Tandem Mouse is the top for non-water. And it's Lapras in terms of all Pokemon. Lapras, Vaporeon, and then I think it's like Mousehold next, because they're so cute. And that's like our story. Hi, doggy. He gone now. They're gone. That is Ridley. Oh, you're here still. Hello. Sorry, I thought you left. Yes. Someone said hi to you. Someone said hi. Don't punch the mic. Someone said hi to you. Okay, you can't get in my lap though. There's no room. There's no room for you. I'm sorry. Thank you. All right. Let's see what's next. I think we'll go ahead and switch to blue thread. And we'll stuff everything together. So we'll finish sewing first. Let me check the time. Okay, we're good. I have about 2 hours left. I try to stream till like 5 fast time, but I have to get off a little before that to make sure that I am done by that time. I don't know, maybe I should keep using black because I'm almost out of this dark blue thread. Alright, we'll start sewing on the ears. I want to do an all blue card binder. But I've yet to decide if I'm going to do... I mean, it would make sense to put Lapras in the all blue card binder. And then that would be pretty much all the cards that I want in one. Because right now I'm taking like 2 or 3 different binders. So that way I could take Lapras and blue cards would be in one. And then I'll just take like my trade binder. And be good. Hello, Dr. Miss Raven. How are you? Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I'm gonna go ahead and turn these ears inside out to make sure I like how they're looking. I also want to do where people like paint the binder, the card binders, and I tried that and then I realized I had like fabric markers and I realized it was a black binder. I'm like, I kind of need to paint this white for anything to show up. So that's as far as I got. I haven't even painted it white yet. I'm doing good. I got a trip coming up. Ooh, fun. Like for an event or family or travel, like just for travel, for fun. And then Shark Facts said, what's your favorite legendary overall? I think it's Entei. I think I gotta go with Entei. I like the birds, but I'm a dog person. And even if they are cats, I'm more of a cat person than a dog person. So that's fine too. What about you? What's your favorite legendary? Shark Facts? I'm not into like the Kyogre, Rayquaza. They're cool, but I don't know. I think it's Entei. Oh, also, it's a water Pokemon though, so I guess it doesn't count. But I'm like, Greninja is really growing on me too. But I mean, that doesn't really matter because it's still a water type. So of course I'm gonna like it. But I think that is my favorite water evolution line. I don't know. I really like Piplup though. Piplup, Prinplup, and Empoleon. That's pretty good. But Froakie, Frogadier, Greninja. I like penguins more than frogs, and I have a Piplup tattoo. So I don't know. That's a hard one for that. Rayquaza because it's like a big space dragon, or Kyogre. That's very fitting. Honestly, I think out of those three, I do like Rayquaza better, which is funny because, you know, Kyogre, water and all that, but I do like a space serpent, space dragon. Travel by myself? Yeah. Okay, well that'll be fun. Nice solo trip. The only place that I've really gone by myself is for like conventions. Other than like, I mean, I've been out, like I go to the movies all the time by myself. I had that like AMC pass where you can see like 3 movies a week or something. So I'd go to the movies all by myself, and I would also go to like Disney by myself when I used to work there. I like its shiny variant the best though, Rayquaza's. Yes, the black Rayquaza, shiny Rayquaza. That's a good choice. Oh no, it's fine. I almost threw my thread in my coffee. I'm I'm going to see a friend. Okay. I totally forgot to put the pockets in the hat. Oops. I was going to ask, but I didn't want to pry, but I was wondering if you're going, like, by yourself to go, like, hang out with someone else. Like, traveling by yourself, but going to hang out with someone. That'd be so much fun. I have done that before. I have done that. Especially the mega version. I like the black and gold and red. I'm sure I've seen the mega version, but I cannot picture it right off. I'll have to look up the picture because I know the black one is like black with the rings on him are yellow. And I think he has red eyes. But I don't know if that changes a whole lot when he mega. Because, I mean, it sounds like the same color. When I was looking at ways to change my Gengar, because that was on the high, it was high up on the list of Pokemon to do, but I'm like, I've made Gengar several times. How can I spice it up? And so I looked up shiny Gengar. Looks the same. It's like just a little bit different color purple. So then I was like, okay, what about Mega Gengar? And it's still purple, but it's got more to it. So I was like, okay, I'll do Mega Gengar. But Mega Shiny Gengar is like white. What? Very ghost-like, I guess. So now I'm like, I can do Mega Shiny Gengar. It looked pretty cool. But a lot of people shy away from white hats because they get dirty. So I don't know how well it would sell. Like, my Sylveon is very popular, but some people they'll be looking at them and they'll come to me and they're like, I'm torn between this one and this one. And the reason that they don't pick Sylveon sometimes is because they are like, it's white, like it looks really good, I love it, I want to get it, but it's white. I'm like, yeah, I know, I understand. And that's the same thing if I like make an Appa hat and I make Wooloo, and some people don't get it because it's white. Speaking of, I need to make a list of some of the hats that I want. The Pokemon hats. I have the Pokemon event that comes up this month. It's not this weekend, but next weekend. And there's some Pokemons that I still want to make. I've done all the evolutions. I have like 2 of each, I think. And then I even have a shiny Sylveon and a shiny Umbreon. I have Gengar, Haunter, Greninja, Dragonite, Charizard. Like, I have a whole lot. But I also want to try to make shiny Greninja. And I would like to make Wooloo, because that one sells pretty good. And I want to get rid of this Sherpa fabric that I have. Ooh, I bet Arceus would look cool as a hat. That would be crazy. The white and gold would look awesome. That would look so cool, but yeah, it'd be crazy. I have to see if Arceus is on the list. I know that it probably is. Absol is, and it is white, and sorry. Okay, sorry friends. Apparently they need to get to one of the poles, like the telephone lines that's in my yard. And he was coming to see if he could drive through our yard to get there. And I was like, do you have to? But I mean, he said he'd make it easier. So I'm like, yeah, I don't care. Just like our neighbor, very picky about his yard. So you might want to check with him. But oh well. And I was like, will it mess with the internet? And he said no. But if it goes out, and that might be why it's kind of been laggy on my end. I don't know about you guys. If the stream drops, blaming it on them. But we're back. Sorry about the dogs too. Hopefully, maybe once I'm sewing, you won't be able to hear it. But I did lock them out so that they don't bark and they don't get in their business. So no more puppy time, unfortunately. All right, let's sew up Lucario though. We're ready. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay. Keep pressing the wrong button, and it clears my phone. But like we have a doorbell, and I guess maybe he did use it and it's all the way in the other room. I definitely did not hear him knock. Which, you know how sometimes when you have a door and you have a glass door or like a storm door, I think is what they're called, and people will knock on the storm door? Like, no one can hear when you knock on a storm door. It's just you in the glass. Like, no one can hear the other side. So I think it's always funny, and that's what some people do, and I'm just like, I did not hear you. Like, just open the storm door. I mean, maybe some people don't like you to do that, but also we have a doorbell, so you could use the doorbell if you're nervous about that. So open the storm door, knock. The only reason I knew they were there was because my dogs barked. Very good security alarm. And then I peeked out my window. So, okay, back to normal broadcasting. I don't know, they're checking something with the internet telephone company, but something with the telephone lines. Their wires have to be so far away from the other wires. I don't know. Oh, hi, love. Yeah, somebody, or not somebody, this company asked if they could get to the pole that's in our yard to redo the wires because they are hanging too close to something else. Tell them to speed up the internet. I don't think they can do that. But I did tell them, because they wanted to drive through our yard, and I was like, do you have to? And he was like, yeah. I was like, oh, okay. Well, he said it would make it easier, I guess, for them to get up there. But I was like, who you really need to talk to, though, is that guy over there. Our neighbor that does not like his yard to get messed up. And I was like, but technically his shed and his fence are on our property, so... Oh well. They can't come on our yard if they can't speed up our internet. Wait, no, I worked hard for the lawn to look the way that it does. How dare they? Hey, the good thing, I think, I don't know, I'm not a lawn person, but since it hasn't been mowed in a while, when you mow it, those lines should go away, right? The lines that they are about to make with their... For chatting. Have a good day. And now the dogs are barking because they think that I'm talking to someone like that's about to show up. It will make it worse to mow. Oh no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Dogs are going crazy. Love, did I tell you that I listened to Laura Bailey's Last Meals? And I didn't think it was too bad. Oh no. It says my stream ended. I promise it didn't. Am I still streaming for you guys? They don't mess up the internet. It did freeze a bit. It's saying the vertical one is not there anymore. But like my Streamlabs. Ow. My Streamlabs isn't saying anything. Dropped frames detected 25% over the last 2 minutes. They're messing with the internet. You said it wouldn't. Told you they shouldn't have come in our yard. Well, I think hopefully it won't take too long because they, I think, have been moving around the neighborhood, which could also be why it's kind of been finicky. I can't even do it today because someone wants to work out. If you want to wait till tomorrow, we can work out tomorrow and do Friday and then like Saturday or Sunday, and then we'll do like Wednesday, maybe Monday, Wednesday, maybe. Okay, we'll see. Maybe my vertical is streaming somewhere. I don't know, but it is not live on my side. Probably what? Oh, also, your sister texted me, Joey, and that's all I'm gonna say. I have not messaged her back because I'm live, but she's worried about you. Let me check my seams. Yeah, I assume she texted you too then. I mean, it is Spooky Thursday, so... Bethany just texted me too. They're having fun. They on a little date. But yeah, I watched Laura Bailey's last meal thing, and I don't think it was too bad. I did love her little tea party. I do think that that was kind of bougie, but I also thought it was really cute. And I'm like, man, that'd be really cool to have like a little tea party. But also the part, no! I think they're doing something to the internet. Ugh, get out of here! I mean, they said that it wouldn't do anything to the internet, but also like you're moving around wires, and like when it storms really bad, that causes the internet to get funky. So you're telling me the wind will mess them up, but you moving around is not going to? I didn't believe him. But I'm sure he didn't expect me to be live streaming. He was probably like, oh yeah, for work, she's probably just putting in numbers in her computer. I should have been like, I'm playing video games. For money. And it's really serious. Your frames are also super slow. You're kind of lagging. I'm sorry, boss. Maybe they'll leave soon. Internet is under the ground, lol. But yeah. Okay, but you know what I mean? It didn't used to be under the ground, right? Oh shit. Ooh, that's a bad word. They're in that guy's yard. They're on the other side of his fence. Yeah, I'm assuming they asked though, but I mean, I guess that's what happens when you put that inside a fenced area. He's gonna be mad. I did take a picture and send it to you. And yeah, they are up there in a bucket, so I would feel bad. Like, what are they gonna do if I said no, you can't drive the truck? Like, they're just gonna solo climb it with the things. That's a terrible picture because the screen is there, but and you'll get it when you leave work several hours from now. I keep getting sidetracked. Gotta focus. Focus up. Not my problem. Exactly. Oh my goodness. I hope they don't come knock on our door anymore because I can't hear. LOL, the truck is in our yard. LOL, he's fine. Back to work. Bye. Bye, love. Thanks for coming. Hope your day goes good. I got some yarn to do some more crocheting. And I get my yarn from Walmart right now because that's the closest we have. And I actually really like their Mainstays brand. Other than it being a little squeaky sometimes, I think it's pretty good. But I got white and I got like a light blue. And I want to make some tandem mouse, like mouse hold for the Pokemon convention. And then I think Polywag, yeah, would be really cute. There's a cute pattern that I found. And I think it'd be even cuter because it's like a round ball if I put a squishy ball inside of it and I have those stress balls that you squeeze, make it a stress ball. But like maybe it comes out of its mouth or its butt or something. I don't know which yet, but I think that would be super cute. And I have these stress balls that I need to use. Because, I mean, they sold good, but I have just Pokemon conventions coming up. So I don't know how good they're going to do at Pokemon conventions. I think that they'd still be fine. And I think I'll still set them out. But for pretty much everything else, I'm just going to do Pokemon stuff. Okay, so here's what it's looking like. So with the Lucario plushies that I was seeing, they have the strip and then like the whole back of Lucario's head was this like black. So I could do that too. But I don't know if that's how Lucario actually is. So I'll have to look up a picture. But I like it. I think that it's looking good. This picture of Riolu looks funny. Oh, but his mask thing does get wider. See, I didn't do that. So I'm gonna keep that in mind for the next one. I'm gonna get wider, and then so I have it where it like wraps around like that, which I think is fine. Because there's no way for me to actually like put it on like a mask. Because it's a hat. It's a hat that's going on a head. Oh, is that them leaving? Hooray! No, I don't think that's them actually. I think that's the neighbor. hear one of my dogs is in the bedroom, and one of them is at like the back door, and they're just barking all over the house. All right, let's do some stuffing. So we have these ears to stuff, and we have the little tentacle things. And I have about an hour left. So I think that should be plenty of time to get this finished. Unless the eyes cause me more trouble. Like if I can't get the placement exactly right, that I can see that being a problem. But otherwise, we do have to sew on these. But I remember that not being a huge problem. When I was hand sewing, the part that took the most time was literally these black stripes. Like that's what I was hand sewing for hours. I forgot that I have stuffing up here. And I also remembered that I don't stuff these like super heavy because we don't want it to pull it off of your head. These remind me, and it's probably why I called them tentacles. The Splatoon boy pattern has kind of like this kind of shape. That one. Oh, but talking about crochet, those are the things that I wanted to make, like mouse hold and polywag. But we're going to a water park next week to take the kids, and the drive is like 3 hours ish. And I plan on crocheting the drive there because I haven't crocheted in a bit because my hands were really causing me problems. I needed to probably get it checked out, but at night I like sleep with my hands under my pillows, and when I wake up in the morning, especially if I slept through the whole night and like knocked out, I'll wake up and my whole like elbow to hand is asleep, and I can't even like unplug my phone. I can't, like when I have to go, if I wake up and I have to go get the baby, I have to like really rely on well, sometimes my left hand does it too, but it's really my right arm a lot of times. But like sometimes they're both asleep. So I took a break from crocheting because I thought maybe that was part of it, and I thought maybe I had some like carpal tunnel going on, and I had some like pain in it. And also I've just been focusing on like the Pokemon challenge. So I'm excited to get back. I want to make more stuff, and I'm really excited about making some Pokemon stuff for crochet specifically. I also made the cutest, using Charlie Knight's evolution pattern, made the cutest Umbreon, and I want to make more, but I need to make some other Pokemon other than the evolutions, because I think that is a good place to start, and I think it's always good to have at least one of all the evolutions in whatever you're selling. But I need other Pokemon in case people don't want evolutions. I think that people are the happiest, like, or that you have the best interactions, or the ones that you remember at least, when you have something that people are like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you have this fandom, or like, oh, I can't believe you have this Pokemon. No one ever has this Pokemon. And it's like my favorite. Which reminds me, I need to make some Smolics. I have my own pattern for that, and like embroidery pattern and everything. And they aren't difficult to make, so I should make some for the convention. Because I have this one in Clarksville, Tennessee coming up July 25th, and then I have that one in Elizabethtown August something. June, July, August. I don't have anything in September because September is pretty busy. But then October, they're having one in Owensboro, Kentucky that I'm going to try to do. And then I think in November, they're doing one in Bowling Green, maybe? I don't know. I'm going to try to do all the ones I can. I'm even considering if there's any like close in South Carolina to do them. But I don't want to get over ambitious. Sorry, I'm like probably screaming in the mic right now. Because I've only done one of these events. And my first impression when I walked in was not good. They had us on these like little bitty tables. They were like pretty run down. We were kind of in the back of a hotel and it was kind of dark. But it was pretty good. I made $1,000 in the one day because it was a one-day show. So, and I think I would have made more, but I sold out of some like Pokemon because I tried to just bring one of like a lot. I didn't even have all the evolutions. So, hoping this will be good. Pokemon, especially with the cards, very popular right now. I'm trying to ride that high while I can. And conventions, like unless I want to do the big ones and travel, lots of the smaller like 3-day ones are not worth it right now. But I did apply for KatsuCon for next year, hoping I get into that one because I have not done that one for 2 years now. And I did it, I think I did it 2 years in a row, and then I haven't done it for 2 years, maybe 3 years in a row. So I hope I get in that one because MegaCon has moved to May too, so I can put all my time and money into KatsuCon. Because it's always February, it's usually Valentine's Day weekend. And then Lexington Comic-Con will be in March at some point. And I think I'm gonna go down to an artist table for that one. Since I think I can get by with not having a huge 10x10 booth. But I don't know, this these PokeCon events, PokeCon Fest, I can totally see it kind of getting canceled in a way because of the name. because I have seen other events where they have to change, they're asked to like change the name because of copyright. But I don't even know where I heard about these conventions, because I just, it's one of those where I randomly started getting emails about these conventions going on, and they're like, they just send out the email and they're like, here's the events, we've added new shows to our list, check it out here on our website. And I kept ignoring it. I was just like, it's just something I accidentally got sent because I do other events. And then I know they did one that had to do with Pokemon. And I was like, oh, wait a second. Let me see. Do you have any in my area? But I just kind of have to be, unless they turn out to be really good and really worth it, I don't want to get a hotel. So honestly, 3 hours is the max for driving, because I'm gonna have to usually drive solo. So 3 hours, that's 6 hours solo driving, and not to include, not to mention the time that I will be like at the event. So that leaves me leaving my house really early and getting back to my house really late. But if it saves me $100 or so on hotel, I'll do it. This one. The other thing I noticed about my old Lucario hat that I did is the ears were kind of like out to the side, and Lucario's ears are very straight up and down. Let me look up a picture and make sure I'm telling you that correctly. Yeah. And honestly, I would probably, I put almost too much curve on this. It probably would be better just to go straight down to a point. So that's something else that I might change. And then I need to make sure, because this black stripe's going to go through the middle, so I have to make sure there's enough space between the two ears, and I think that will be. I'll move it over just a little bit. It's looking like Lucario. And you know what else I could do? If I don't like this like curve, I could go stripe, have it cut off here, because that's what I did for, who is that? Greninja. Yeah, Greninja kind of has this thing. And then the back half could be, oh, a bigger stripe that I add. I don't know, I could have done kind of the same thing I did for Greninja in a way. With all of these hats that I'm doing for the challenge, I'm also making shorts of them so that I can hopefully in the end have them all together in like one video. But I'm trying to switch it up a little bit. I don't want them all to be the same. So this one, I'm going to try to do a trivia, and it's like, guess which Pokemon this is based off these hints, and based off the pattern pieces is specifically what I'm doing. And I show a piece of the I think the band, I show a piece of like the pocket, and I show, I think maybe the inside of the ear, and then I think I show the actual ear as the final hint. Something like that. I don't know. I filmed it this morning. You'd think I would remember. Crazy puppies, crazy puppies. We've been watching Vox Machina. We have 2 episodes left. Depending on what the plans are tonight, we might finish it tonight, but we'll see. Sometimes we play games on Thursdays with our friends. Okay, so see, this is what I don't like, but I think it'll be okay. I might try to sew the black over a little bit, but this is a learning process so that I can figure out for next time what I want to do. So I think it's gonna be, we do a strip to this seam, and then I do another strip from that seam on the back. But it's fine, it's fine. At least we don't have to hand sew it, and that's all that matters. And then we're gonna see how it lines up in the back. Because again, I don't want it to like come to the back and it's like a triangle or something. Like it shouldn't come to a point in the back. That's what we want to avoid. Let me see if the people are gone. Out of my yard. Okay, no, truck's still there. Truck's still there. Yep. So now we're going to put these 2 pieces together, and we get to add our label, our first edition label. Fancy, fancy. And if you guys are interested in this hat, it will go up on my website, lynearoundsewing.com. Hopefully tonight. If not tomorrow. I usually post it on my Instagram first, so keep a look out there. I post it on my story usually. first edition label. I officially have more of these than I do my regular sewing labels. I just ordered more because I was running out. So now we have to line up the bottoms to put our label in, but we also have to line up the black band that we made. So like back here, we gotta like line this up. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't look bad. So what I was worried about is that it was gonna like come to like a point because of the way that the hat is shaped and it's like rounded and stuff. But no, that's perfect. I think that's the same kind of way that I did it for my other hats as well, my old one. But now what I'm remembering though is I was expecting this to go all the way down because my Appa hat does, but it doesn't need to. It just needs to go from here to here. So this does not need to be this long, but it's better to be long than short. All right, and our ears are more pointed. Yay! I'm liking it. I'm liking it. And I do wish that in the front this came more to a point. I do have it coming to a point, but it's not. I don't really think it's noticeable. So I do think what I'm going to do is it's going to be smaller and it's going to get wider, and I'll try to do more of an emphasis on the like angle. First edition tag going in. I've been thinking about bringing Kirby of the Month back, but I want to get this Pokemon challenge done first because I don't want to overwhelm myself with a bunch of different things, advertising a bunch of different things. So I'm gonna try to get this done first, but while I'm doing this, the Pokemon challenge, it'll be good because I can be thinking about what I want to do for Kirby of the Month, because that was my big problem, was I ran out of ideas of what to do next for Kirby. And I have a few already. I'm not going to share them yet in case I forget or in case I change them. But the other cool thing is we have this 3D printer now. So where before I was like going to the Dollar Tree and trying to see what I could find and get like witch hats or cauldrons for like St. Patrick's Day, we can 3D print like little things. If I want to make a little hat for it, I can 3D print a hat. If I want, like I had a hammer for King Dedede and I hand painted all those hammers and was still only charging $20 for this little Kirby and like a hammer, and it had a hat. Now I have a 3D printer, so if there's ever like little accessories that I want, we can 3D print them. And then that'll make me feel better about getting use out of our 3D printer. But if you don't know what Kirby of the Month is, I used to have a Patreon, and I would do Kirby of the Month, and I would do a new Kirby theme, a new themed Kirby every month, and it was $20, and you got a Kirby plush that was like 3 inches. Here's an example. This is like one of the last ones I did. I think King Dedede was the last one, but this is one of the last ones. Little Meta Knight. And it was about this size. It's like 3 inches, I think. And yeah, I put a lot of work into these. And also through Patreon was not getting a lot of money back because $20 covered shipping. And it covered, you know, the Patreon fees that it takes out. It covered me making it, but I say covered, it did not cover it. If I were to sell this now, which I'm not going to because this was a Patreon exclusive, that's the other thing, is I make them at like 10 of them, I think, and when they're gone, they're gone. I don't remake them. If I were to, I would make a bigger size one, but I have not done that yet, so probably won't happen. Yeah, if I were to sell just this guy by himself, he would probably be like $25 at least. I sell just my regular basic Kirby's for $20 because he has all the extras. He would have to at least be $25. So I have some ideas, and again, I want to finish this challenge first. And while I'm finishing this, I'll be brainstorming for Kirby. Look at him! So what I'm seeing in the back, I do wish the band was lower, but it's not bothering me that bad. And then we would put this. I don't think I want it. No, that's gonna mess with the angle. So I want this here. And then it would come to the back and it would just go right there. Yeah, what do you guys think? I think it's looking good. Let's look at the eyes. Because the eyes really, they were calling to me on the old one. And it could be because he like has a snout that they weren't looking 100% right on my old one. Okay, so yeah, I want to change these eyes up a little bit. I want to cut this off a little bit. I want to make the white part a bit skinnier. That already is looking better. And you know, I think Lucario also is one of those Pokemon that look better from the side. Greninja looks better from the side, not straight on. Lapras looks better from the side. And it's usually those that have like that snout or like a long nose. Charizard looks better from the side. Because I'm wanting to put his eye on like the side of his head. But his eyes are actually pretty close to it. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. And what I need to do is I need to sew the red on, and then I need to sew the black on the pupil, and then I need to sew, I'm gonna turn my hot glue gun on, and I'm gonna hot glue the eyes in place and this in place, and then I'm gonna sew those down for security. And we're doing pretty good. We're at about 30 minutes left. I already want to make another one of these. Another Lucario. Because I'm afraid if I don't, I will forget what I want to change. But also, while I'm thinking of it, I'm going to draw out the eye pieces before I forget. Because I don't know if anyone else does that, where, especially if it's a new design and you're just, as you go, cutting out the pieces, making them work, and then you don't actually do the pattern part for them, and so then when you go to make another one, you're like, well, I don't know what I did. But we're just gonna wing it again. My goodness, puppy, stop. Okay. I have this song stuck in my head and I'm trying so hard not to sing it. I don't want to get copyrighted. But I think it's called Home Wrecker by whatever that guy's name that is like really popular right now with a bunch of songs on the radio. So good from that angle. Sorry. My apologies. I'm just lining these up because I did freehand cut these, so now I'm going to compare them side by side to try to get them the same. One time I was working on a Sylveon and I forgot to cut the blue for the ears. And I had blue on me, but I did not have the pattern piece. So I was like, okay, well, let's see how well I will do from memory. I mean, I looked up a picture, of course, to verify that that was the correct shape, but then turns out I had cut the pieces. They were just buried in my like sewing bag, and I compared them. They were almost identical. That's how I don't know if you want to say good I am or impressive, or if it's just I really have made too many hats. Red thread is done. Now we can go back to black and sew on the pupils, and then we can sew on the rest of them. He's almost done. Have you all played any good games recently? We've been jumping around to a lot, but we haven't been like fixated, if you will, on one specific one. We played a lot of course, Mecha Chameleon. We played Green Hell for a little bit, and I wanna do that one again, but I think I'm the only one. I don't think any of my friends really want to play it anymore. So I kind of want to do a solo run of it. Subnautica, Joey and I played, and I really liked that one, and I want to finish it. Oh, and then of course Power World had a new update. Oh man, I meant to plug my hot glue gun in. That's what I was gonna do, and instead I went and I took a sip of coffee. So what I do, I used to hot glue just like everything on, and it would take forever. You would think like hot glue would be faster than sewing, but when you have to make sure that you get every piece glued down so that it doesn't like come up, or you know, if you have like a kid that likes to pick at things, or adults too, I guess, and they just keep picking at it, and then it would eventually like come up. I found out that if I hot glue it down, like specifically the eyes, and then sew them down, that it works pretty good. Because I was always worried when I would go to sew things down that they would move, especially once you're getting through, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers of fabric. You're pushing it, 1, on your machine, 2, on things actually like staying in place and not like moving around, because you're just working with so many different layers that the more layers you have, eventually one of the layers will move or something, right? So what I found out is, like, with hot gluing, it's gonna hold it there so my eyes aren't gonna get like sewn on crooked. So I'll put hot glue on, sorry, these dogs. I'll put hot glue for the eyes down, and then I'm gonna hot glue this down, and then I'll sew it. Are they leaving? Oh, I think they are. And I got dropped frames detected again too. Okay, 2 minutes ago. Hopefully, maybe now that they're leaving, that'll be better. Oh, they got 3 trucks? What the heck? I thought there was only 2. Maybe they aren't almost done. I scared myself on my own live. I thought it was like real time, and so something was moving on the screen, which I thought meant something was moving over here, but no, it's delayed. I'm used to having my computer over there where it is in real time. But my laptop's starting to like bite the dust, and I really need to, maybe I'll try to do that this weekend. I really need to back up everything. Mostly my like embroidery files. I really need to get those somewhere else. And honestly, Procreate, I really need to get all those somewhere else too. Because I mean, I assume I can like get back in to my Procreate account, but I'm really not sure about that. But I mean, where I'm not a like full-time digital artist. I would consider myself a digital artist, but honestly, I don't have anything that would really cause problems if I were to lose it in terms of digital art. I have this Jinx print that I've been working on forever. And I would probably be really sad if that was gone, because I never got the chance to finish it. But I've had it since I had my iPad. I have been working on that, and I'm not religiously working on it. I worked on it when I first got my iPad. I worked on it probably a little bit every year since like 2021. But all I have is a good sketch of it, and I just don't. I'm scared. Scared to do the line art, scared to do the color. But I think it's really cool. And it's one that I probably wouldn't really sell. I think I would try to get it printed in like a big version and just put it in my room. All right, now I'm just gonna lightly glue down this strip. And this is what I do for my Appa hat too. I just like do a little hot glue in the middle, press it down, keep it even. Wow, if past Megan could see me now. Oops, I wasn't supposed to go there. So I forgot that I need to use white thread to sew on the eyes. So I'm going to sew the band. Here's what it looks like in the back right now. I'm gonna sew it and then I'm gonna cut this extra off because I just want to make sure I get it kind of like as close to that line as possible. But sometimes when I sew it, it's gonna move a little bit, so just want to make sure I have enough fabric. And this is where we get to a bunch of layers. And I'm gonna overlap this, I think. I wasn't going to, but now I think I'm going to, because I don't want any blue like poking out. Got some layers. Got some layers going on. And these ears are kind of gonna get in the way, so we gotta go slow and move them. And when I'm making like hats and plushies, there's always like one thing I forget or like almost forget, and I can totally see this one being his little hair pieces. For Greninja, I haven't done it yet, but I always forget that I have to like put the tongue, or sometimes I'm scared I'm gonna forget the tongue, because it's a whole extra piece that none of my other hats have. For Sylveon, it's the bow. For Vaporeon, I haven't like completely forgot it, but I have sewn up the hat without the little front tentacle piece, or tentacle, fin piece. There is a little blue showing. That's what I was trying to avoid, but I can hand stitch it and it'll be fine. I'll do a little bit of hand stitching. It's okay. But it actually looks pretty even. And I can trim this part off back here. That looks good. Looks good, I think. some white thread, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to get this finished because I got like 14 minutes before I have to leave, if I can do math that fast. Because I definitely don't want to rush like hand sewing the things on. But we might be able to do it. It might be a done and goodbye. And I also don't want to rush that though. So I'll at least be able to like pin it on in place and you guys will see what the finished product looks like. Thought I was going through a bunch of layers before, man. And this is also the reason that I had to hand sew a lot of this Pokemon, because my machine that I had at that time would not be able to do this. Oh, you know, when I said earlier, I was like, oh, I hear beeping outside my house. That makes sense now. It's those trucks. Because I hear the beeping again. Working on the electrical lines. Because I just heard it again and I was like, why is my dryer beeping? I wasn't trying anything. Eyes are done. All right. He's pretty much done. We're going to put it on the mannequin head one more time. My thread did get in my coffee that time. And we are going to place, he looks so good. Place these in the right spot, and probably also what I will do is sew these together first. Something like this. And you know what? I could maybe, did they go on the side of his head? I could put them there in that spot. No, they kind of go in the back. Because I assume they're supposed to kind of be like ninja ties, like ninja mask bandana thing. And that's like where it ties off. Lucario back. Yeah, so they're gonna go more back here. And then I gotta decide if I want them to go at the bottom or the top. Something had a figurine for that one. Okay, that actually is like in the middle. Just lay your head down. Just lay your head down. Just go to sleep. Everything's fine. So I think I'm liking at the bottom. Back, middle, but at the bottom. And even though they don't really look too overlapped in the picture, I like the overlap. So there's what I think I'm gonna go with. I might put this one, like, so right now I have this, the back one on top. I might put the front one on top. He's crooked on the head right now. I think he looks so good. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Here's the front. The ears definitely look better. They could even maybe stick up a little straighter, but definitely an improvement from the first one. I'm so excited. I'll put him right here. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me see if it'll show the top fans. So this doesn't show for the short because the short cut out. So, but I know Shark Fans, I believe, was like the top over on shorts. Thank you, Joey, GT King Assassin, for being the top on here, and Palday Insane and Dr. Miss Raven for coming by. Thank you guys so much. Again, if you're interested in the Lucario hat, it will be up on my website soon. Hopefully tonight or tomorrow. I also have some of the other ones that are the first edition tags up there as well. Comment your favorite Pokemon on any of my socials or on here. I'll add it to this spreadsheet. And also, if you guys are interested in my little card holder things, I think they're so adorable. They're also on my website for lyonaroundsewing.com. And you can put your own thing in these, your own pictures, your own Pokemon cards. These will come blank and you can customize them. I also want to try to make one maybe in white where you can like paint your own. But that's my other plug. But thank you guys so much. I will see you maybe next Thursday. Probably not, but if not, I will see you in the Monday video that I upload. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.